Now that trailer, realistically, ain't a bad trailer. Need a bit of tidying up, but she ain't a bad trailer. So I thought, well, let's try and keep that trailer and go to plan B and build one. So this is a blank canvas for my new launch trailer. Hopefully going to put some big Oompa Loompa wheels on there. It's quite a big old caravan chassis I've had for a long time now. Never made use of it. Now I've had this chassis for ages and never done nothing with it. So my plan is quite simple. Now caravan chassis are very wobbly and wibbly, and although extremely light, they're not really that strong. So I had all this metal lying around, and I thought, well, let's just stick the metal on there, try and support it. And this is going to be like a sacrificial boat trailer. Now by sacrificial I mean it's going to be dumped in the sea, out of the sea, in the sea, out of the sea. So I thought, if I can do something with this old boat trailer and strengthen that up, then possibly all I've got to do is get some rollers. I've got some bunks already, and then Bob's your uncle, here we go. I've got another metal frame that can go on the top of that. So my plan was to stick this metal frame on the top of the cross supports. Once it's all stuck together, that should give me a little bit more strength and support there. Now whether this is all going to be strong enough, I don't know. Lots of surface rust on there, which I'll clean off if I can be bothered to do it. I was going to weld all this, and then I thought, you know what, I might just bolt it all together. Don't even know if it's going to work. So I don't weld in the first place, so I'd have to get someone to do it. But to then weld it all and it not work would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? So I'm going to bolt it all together, get it finished basically. We've got some bunks, we've got some 2-metre bunks there. Put them on it. Okay, so I may just have come up with a solution to trying to strengthen up this joint here. Because I'm an old tramp, I managed to acquire these 2 old bits of angle iron that were being thrown out. And I've run that under the frame, across these supports, and up to the front here. And I'm going to cut a cross beam into there, like so. And then that angle running all the way down the trailer like that, underneath that box section that's all welded up, coming across them supports across that joint, which is only about 500 apart. Now this is good thick angle here. You see how thick that is. That's thicker than the actual box section. That's good stuff, that is. So I'm hoping if I bolt all that together, that will give me a little bit more strength around that joint. Let's see, I've started bolting all the bottom bits on, just squaring everything up and everything. Well, light stops play for a day. Got outside light there, but it's just not bright enough to be getting on with. So that's it for the day. I managed to get the first 4 bottom struts square and laid out. Got 2 more to do here and there. I'll get them bolted on when I get time. Apart from that, probably going to get loads of criticism. I don't mind as long as it's constructive. Like I say, I'm no construction engineer, am I, or anything like that. I haven't really got a clue, if I was to be totally honest. I'm just winging it on a prayer. If anyone does have any ideas, just obviously let me know. Leave myself wide open to get total bits in the comments here, but every little helps, as they say. Well, that's the frame temporarily bolted in place at the front. Squared off, all the bottom beams in. Hopefully I'll solve my little problem of this front bit here. I've got these bits of angle iron that I've run underneath that framework there. Bolted that down, run across that cross beam, which is about 500 apart I suppose, on the joint I was worried about. I'll pin that to that and I'll pin that to that, and hopefully that'll give it a bit more support. We'll see. Bad lights stop and play now, so we'll let us see what happens for another day. Another go on a trailer today. I'm hoping that by the time I get them bolted down to that 2x2 and that bolted down and the bolts in there and there, that might help my joint issue out here, because that's the only bit of the trailer I'm worried about, is that bit there. Because the rest of this trailer, this top frame, is all welded. So by the time that's all bolted up, which we're getting there, got most of the bolts in, I'm not too worried. And as you can see, that angle is a good bit of angle, runs under there. All a learning curve. This may be a waste of time. Like I say, most of this metal and that's cost me nothing because I'm a tramp, and I should think this whole thing's going to owe me about £250, and that's only because I had to buy bunks and rollers and stuff. So if it's a complete flop, I have only bolted it, so it don't matter, does it? At the end of the day, it can all be unbolted and everything be used elsewhere. Won't know till we get the boat on and get it all finished whether it's all going to be strong enough. But, you know, we'll see what goes on, see what happens, because I've lost nothing, only time. I did want to film the whole build of this, but you don't want to see some fat bald twat just drilling away there, cursing and swearing when his drill bits snap. I burnt one drill out already, so you don't really want to see that. But we're getting there now, I think. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Obviously get this finished drilling and bolting together, and then we've got the rollers to go on the top and the bunks and stuff, but slowly we're getting there. Like I say, what have I lost? It ain't cost me loads of money. Time I finished, you're looking at £250 probably, maybe not even that. And that's only because I had to buy the bolts, the rollers and the bunks. You know, what do you get for that nowadays? You get absolutely nothing is what you get trailer wise, so what have I got to lose? Let's keep plodding on, let's get this job finished sooner or later. Well, bad lights definitely stopped playing now. I got a light on the house, and I've got lights I can set up, but it's nearly 7 o'clock at night. Got everything bolted down that I want to get bolted down. Had a good day out with our evening cut. Let's put it away. I keep looking at all this surface rust. It's all really good metal. It don't matter what I do to it, it ain't gonna make no odds to it, you know. I'm thinking about doing nothing to it. I'm dipping it in the sea constantly. It don't matter what I do to it. I could hammerite it, brush all the dry rust off and that, but it's gonna be like it again no time, innit? So I might just leave it as it is.